to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here
At
at the fabulous Arizona Center. What a good show we have lined up for you today. So we actually asked back one of our favorite guests.
Because I mean, it's such a need that you see all the time. I mean, so it's Waste Not.
Yeah, it's Waste Not. So they do food rescue. So basically, they take food from places that would normally just be throwing away food, and then they've partnered with all these different organizations to provide that food to them.
Exactly.
And
I just love that. I mean, food rescue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's like just from that you kind of get it.
Yeah, and I'll give you a nugget. Tonia has the best nails, so take a peek at her nails when she comes in for her interview. See how cool they look. Yeah, but we've also got one of our favorites who comes in every month and is always such a delight and a surprise. Because she comes up with some of the
kookiest things.
Yeah,
right,
I know.
Exactly, and makes us laugh, but also very poignant as well.
Yeah, so we've got Courtney Fae Long is here.
Yeah, and all I've heard is there's a game involved.
A dating game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Contestant number 1.
I know. I was like, is she bringing people with her? Do we get to like?
If I was a steak, how would you cook me?
Bloody. So yeah, we don't know what's going to happen.
I'm looking forward to the dating game.
Yeah, I love that.
We should have a little bit of music.
Okay, production, get on it. Find us some
play
dating
some
game
Spanish
music.
Fly so that we can feel just like we're at the dating game.
My husband's going to be thrilled that I'm doing a dating game. What did you do today, honey?
I did a dating game, and guess what? I won.
I won all the bachelors. I got a rose.
So don't look in the closet, under the bed, in the spare bedroom, and the garage is completely off limits.
Guess what? More husbands. More husbands are coming. No. Yeah, but it's been good. So I'm curious, Marshall, what have you, I know we talked about like, things don't really slow down as much as they normally do in the summer nowadays. People seem to still be hosting events. We just did a cool Paulin Local First.
Yeah, and that was a blast over at AZ Wilderness, the new space over in McDowell.
That's right.
Beautiful new space.
Yeah, it is a beautiful new space. Teeny tiny parking lot, so good luck with the parking lot. But
but after hours, there's lots of parking because like the place next door is a medical office, so they're not there after 5.
I didn't know. I always worry about stuff like that.
I was like, oh, they're not open. They don't care if I park here.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
I'm assuming if they care that I park here, they would be like, you cannot park here ever.
Or
there's a little stanchion they would put down.
Well, because there was a sign that said no trespassing, so then I was like, is this trespassing?
I'm just parking. It's not trespassing.
What qualifies? I don't know. Clearly, we've got a rule breaker and a rule follower here.
Well,
so.
and it's so funny because it's like, so we did that event, and then literally like the next day I got a call and said, they're like, hey, we're doing this event at Title IX over on 7th Ave. And they were like, well, it's like, here's what we need. And I was like, okay, so let me put that together. And then
I like it when you do the motor mouth.
This week we're doing something, the Antoinette Colley mural over on 1001. So we're doing a little thing with that for the 5-year anniversary of that mural. So I'm putting together a little bit there. So yeah.
So I'm curious. I just spoke on a panel for the Women 360, a women's group that I joined, and it was about visibility, the importance of visibility when you have a business or a brand, and you are a highly visible person. So 3, 2, 1, go. Share your best tips on being visible, Marshall Shore.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, be authentic, and boom, there you go.
Yeah.
So
actually, that was pretty much my advice too. I talked about how we do the show kind of a little different. We don't want people to have super polished, like prepped responses. We want to just see who you really are.
Right.
Let people kind of fall in love with you, and build that loyalty.
Right, and build that connection because it's more about, hey, just come and do this. But it's like, it's like I want to know who you are. How'd you get into this? Why is this your passion?
Right.
And so, yeah.
And that's why we were talking about. That's why shows like Hot Ones work, where you eat the chicken wings eating the spicy chicken wings, and then you don't think about what you're saying. You just, like, the real you comes out, and that's kind of the appeal of that show, you know, other than seeing some of your least favorite and sometimes favorite celebrities suffering, which is, you know, there's always that part of the human that enjoys a good suffer. But the other thing I said was, don't be precious about it. I think that's something that I really had to learn. It was like, if you want every post to be perfect, if you want everything to be like so curated, and you know, it's just, you're gonna get really stuck in your head and probably not put out any content. So just don't be precious about it. You know, if you think it's cool and something you want to share and want to chat about, or that you enjoyed, put it out there. If it doesn't do well, oh well. Move on to the next one.
Move on to the next one, because it's not all, every post has to do really well. No. It's like, you know, it's all about just getting out there and having fun. Yeah. And showing people, hey, here's what's going on.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so before we take you into our interviews, we want to remind you, or let you know, because I don't know that we've officially announced it yet on the show, we are doing an open house party on September 13th here at the studio.
Yeah, so from 4 to 6?
From 4 to 6, you can see the new space and take tours.
At 400 East Van Buren.
Yep.
And so
it's Marshall's birthday on the 13th, so we'll be celebrating him. So. Well, we always celebrate you, but this time there'll be cake. So yeah, we're just really excited. We're bringing the community together. There's already some past guests that have got some fun giveaways that they want to do, and we're going to have a little bit of entertainment and just a really nice time. We're going to keep it pretty chill, you know, because we're still getting our bearings. We're just kind of opening our doors up for you to be able to come in and really just, I mean, this view is phenomenal, and we want the community to see what we have available that might help you too. You know, we've got tons of different options now, so we hope to see you there, and thank you for supporting us so far on this journey.
Exactly. I mean, and I love how by moving into this, it's like even past guests said, hey, I want to be back on in a new space and everything else.
Oh yeah, so, I know. Everybody's like, I want to level up. I want to be on round 2.
So if you want to be on our show, all you got to do is you can reach out to email us hello at onthemorningshow.com.
That's right.
Or Instagram is onthemorningshow.
Yeah, and if you're emailing, you're most likely getting Anne. Anne handles most of our bookings. She's our wonderful producer. If you're DMing social, you're getting me, and then I'm pretty much pointing you to Anne. So, you know, if you want to just cut out the middle road there. But yeah.
And it's a good thing it's not going to me, because it would just be like, blip.
Yeah, I know. That's why Marshall's not involved in that pipeline. But no,
I'm old. Is this thing on?
Marshall's like,
is this thing on? I can't really see it right now.
No, you're better than that. You know that. But we would love to hear from you. We are always booking guests. We love telling your stories, love all things local. So definitely hit us up on Instagram or through the email at hello@onthemorningshow.com. And with that, we're not going to make you wait any longer. Let's dive right in with our guests.
Good morning and welcome to The Morning Show. I am Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the fabulous Arizona Center. And we are celebrating our first Friday in the studio. Isn't that fun?
Indeed.
I know.
Yeah. So it's so much fun being in this space.
Yeah, it is.
And what are we doing on the 13th?
Oh, on the 13th, we are actually hosting an open house. So we hope that you'll join us, come out and party. It's going to be Marshall's birthday.
Indeed, I'll be 25.
Yeah.
At least.
Does that make me 12?
I just said at least.
Okay.
You know, it's like 25 plus.
All right.
There's a number after that, but you don't have to say what the number is.
You know who doesn't lie or bend facts? Our guest. Hi, Tonia Smith. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
Good. So happy to have you back.
Thank you.
You were in our other little studio just across the way.
Yes.
And you are, of course, with Waste Not. Nice branding with the shirt.
Yes, thank you.
I like it. Okay, so for those that maybe didn't see the first time you were on, share about you and Waste Not?
Sure. So I'm the development manager with Waste Not. So my role is to help make connections, to get the resources to Waste Not that we need to do our food rescue operation, which is what we're all about. So we work with different businesses, special events to take any excess food, still perfectly good and edible, and deliver it to nonprofits here in the Valley who get it into the hands of those who need it in the community.
So I think the last time we talked, I was sort of like blown away and staggered by how much waste there is. And can you share a little? I mean, I don't know that people think about or realize like how massive we're talking food waste is.
Yes, you're absolutely right. So actually Arizona is at the top of the list for food waste in the nation. And it's, we have so many, hospitality venues and special events that happen here. So we at Waste Not see that, right? See the opportunity. Last year we rescued 2.7 million pounds of food.
Wow.
Right, and that's just a small dent of what's actually out there. About 40% of what goes into our landfills here is actually food. So we're, seeing that that's not a list and a trend that we want to continue, and really just trying to, get the word out to different people who have that excess food to be able to, repurpose it and get it actually used by people who need it.
I'm not sorry, my brain went in like probably directions that you don't actually work in, but I was like, there seems to be almost an area of opportunity there of like working with and educating these businesses of like, hey, you don't need to actually order or provide this much food. Like why is that even happening in the first place?
It's a couple of different things. What you said, just over ordering, right? Because as a business, they don't want to under deliver, to any clients. And sometimes, with special events, like you anticipate having certain traffic and then it doesn't happen. So you're right. The key piece is just that awareness and that education of, hey, we're an alternative, right? So if you do have something where it's not, a regular basis that you're having all this excess, that there is an alternative, that there is a responsible way to, not have it go into the landfill.
Yeah.
But I love the work that you're doing and those simple words, food rescue.
Yes.
I mean, and I love the idea that there's that education piece going on so that the client will be like, so what about the food rescue at the end of our event?
Right.
Are people starting to be more proactive about that, or are you finding you still have to be like go in and be like, hi, we exist?
Right. Yeah, it's about 50-50. Waste Not's been in the Valley. This is year 38 that we've been in operation. Thank you. Yes.
38.
That's amazing.
Yeah, 25 plus some, right? Yeah. So we're excited about
25
that.
Plus.
25 plus some. And so there are a lot of special events. We have, for example, the Phoenix Open. They've been partnered with Waste Not for a long time.
Oh, good. Okay.
It's about time actually for us to start having those chats and coordinating so we can work with them and take away, the food they have from their special event. Pat's Run is another special one. So we do have, a lot of those, traditional standard events that we're collecting food from, and grateful to have those partnerships. But there is definitely still space out there for not just special events, but other businesses to get involved too. So we're grateful for opportunities like this to be able to help spread that word and let people know that there's an alternative for, any excess food that you have to not be wasted and be put to a good use.
Okay, so we're not trying to call anyone out,
yes.
But I'm curious about like some of the arenas and concert venues, because that was the one that really, before you came on,
right.
I shared this the last time you were on too. I went to like the Usher concert, and my friend has through her work a suite.
Yeah.
And they apparently like halfway through stop serving the food, and whatever gets left over gets thrown out. And I remember I was out there and I was like, there's whole like buffet stations and trays of like, what?
Yes.
And I was so mad. Like I was so angry about it. Like, are there companies that have policies against this kind of thing?
Yes, there are certainly some out there, that usually ones that are internationally known to have some of those stricter policies. But we've been, working with, it's part of our strategic initiative, recognizing, hey, these donors have a larger volume, right, of food than, a smaller restaurant or, catering company. So that is something that my team has really been trying to work with. And for the most part, we've, not really met too much resistance. So we're grateful for that, because that is part of the reason that we have such that issue here in our area with food waste, just because we have so many, entertainment, hospitality options for people. So that is very much a part of our strategic initiative, is working with those vendors who have that larger volume of food to repurpose it and get it where it can be used.
Well, I was baffled too, because it's like they don't let their employees take home any leftovers either. And I thought, why? like what the heck? Why wouldn't you do that?
I mean, that's part of the perk of working in a restaurant. Is at the end of the day, it's like, okay.
Because that's what I was joking with one of the girls. I was like, well, at least you get to take home like a pretty good doggy bag. Like, and she was like, no, I can't. And I was like, well, oh my God. Anyway, okay, I'll stop obsessing about that one. Okay, so how big is your team? Like, do you have volunteers that help support this mission?
We do have a tremendous volunteer team. There's not really a whole lot of, training or things they need to do. Basically, we have an app that we use in partnership with Feeding America called Meal Connect. And so what happens is businesses can go and post in that app, hey, I've got 50 bags of chicken. Can you come pick it up on this day at this time? And so our volunteers, based on where that place is located near them or the schedule that they have available, they get pinged and said, like, hey, can you go and make this pickup? And if they can, their vehicle is the right size or the timing matches up, they actually do go pick it up, and they'll take it to one of our nonprofit agencies who's able to use it. So we're so grateful for them, because our team is we have a fleet of drivers, which is awesome, but we could always do more. So yeah,
so you're always actively looking for volunteers.
Yes.
And it sounds pretty efficient. So, and it's not like required of you. Basically, if it's convenient and you can go do it, great.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Nice. Yeah.
That's a great system.
Absolutely. Yeah. We try to make it accessible for people, and so it's not a burden, something that they can, be consistent with.
Are you able to talk at all about some of the nonprofits and places that you partner with for your program?
Yeah, so we have about 55 nonprofit agencies that we're working with right now, and they represent anything from, a group home to churches, and women's shelters, and any kind of nonprofit agency. I mean, that's really the only requirement for you to receive food from us. And so those different agencies are working in different ways. Some of them host community pantries, some of them put together food boxes on a semi-regular basis. Some of them are blessed, they actually have kitchen facilities, and so they're taking those raw ingredients that we're bringing them, and they're preparing meals for the clients that they serve, on a regular basis. So it's a wide variety of different organizations we're working with, and we love that, right? Because we know that 1 in 10 Arizonans are going hungry, and that's about 2 million people.
Wow,
right, yeah, on an annual basis. And so,
I didn't know that. Did
right,
you?
there's no shortage of ways to help address that need. So we love all the different nonprofit agencies that we work with.
So how can someone who's watching today,
Yes.
how can they get involved? We talked about volunteering. Are there other ways to get involved?
Absolutely, yeah. So volunteering, I mean, of course, we love that. Always, can be involved. And then too, if people, they know of businesses, right? You know somebody who works in a place where, they have excess food, get in contact with us, and we can set up those meetings to, figure out what's the best way to, take that excess food and put it to use. And then, there's different small ways that people can be involved in terms of like giving, if they want to become monthly givers, or even like at Fry's, tagging their register rewards to us. There's so many different ways. So we really just love.
Say more about that, the Fry's thing.
Fry's, yeah. So they have their VIP rewards program for nonprofits. So basically, if you go onto their website, and it's all the instructions are linked on our website for how you can help. But yeah, you can just go on and select, whatever nonprofits, have agreed to be a part of the program. And then when you shop every quarter, they make a donation to the nonprofit organization based off of the spending, right? And it's
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's a really cool way, and there's lots of nonprofits in Arizona that are involved, but Waste Not's definitely proud recipient of the Fry's VIP rewards.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really good to know. I'm so glad you shared about that. And I'm always curious, how did you end up with this being your thing? Was this a cause that was kind of close to you at some point?
Yes. So I've been in a nonprofit arena for a long time, in a variety of different ways. But personally, I love the environment, and that's. Of course, we want to feed people. That's an important thing. But people a lot of times don't think about the environmental impact of the food waste, right? So all that food goes into the landfills, and then it creates all these toxic greenhouse gases that are just, really destroying the environment. Also, too, and this is always just baffling to me to be thinking about. So last year, all of the food that Waste Not rescued represented 332 million gallons of water that was diverted. And so when you think about that in terms of Olympic-sized pools, it's like 5, right? 332 million gallons. So people don't think about that, right? Like all the water that goes into creating the food, right? Refrigerating if it's something that needs to be refrigerated, transporting it. So once that goes into the landfill, like that's all gone to waste. So we're really proud of the impact that we're able to make on the environment through the food rescue efforts as well. So that's exciting for me as an individual because, I mean, we've got one planet, right? We've got to do our best to take care of it.
Okay. Again, I feel like I learned so much, and it's one of those things that
I know. When is she coming on again? So every time she's here, we always learn stuff. I'm like,
it makes me. It's one of those things where like it makes me sad and mad to find these things out.
Right.
But then also, I mean, it's good to know because then you feel even more compelled to take action and to do something.
Right.
You know. So.
Right.
Yeah, you're like the bearer of bad news, but with a solution. You have the solution.
I'll take that. I will absolutely take that. Yeah, we love being the solution. And that's, you know, I like that you mentioned that. You know, we have these feelings about things. We hear this information. Oh my gosh, right? I can't not, you know, waste these things, right, that are happening all around me. But to be able to know that there's somebody out there that is, you know, doing something to be purposeful and intentional about making an impact is awesome. And so that's why, again, we're just so grateful to have the opportunity to be able to be here and share that with people so they can take that upon themselves to be involved how they can.
We are too, because I think so many times, especially lately in this world, it's like problems feel so big and monumental, and you feel like you don't know what your options are. You don't know what actions you can take. And so I love being able to connect with people like you, and you're like, hey, we've got something.
Yes.
we've got something for you to explore and feel.
we've got a solution. Come on over and let's talk.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so where can people, I assume it's wastenot.com.
Yep,
but
wastenotaz.org.
Oh, AZ, there we
go. Is our
.org.
website.
Don't forget that .org, not .com.
Right.
Because it's a nonprofit.
Yeah.
Exactly, .org. So yeah, there you can find information about volunteering, you know, how you can get involved, special events that we're doing, and just if people are interested in more about like our partners or donors that we're working with, they can find that information there.
That's so awesome. And if you end up volunteering with Waste Not or getting involved, please let us know. We'd love to shout you out and highlight you on our socials, let people know the good work that you and this organization are doing. Well, thank you so much again for enlightening us with so much information. All right. Well, thank you. We hope you stick around. We've got a whole great episode for you to enjoy.
Hey, Melissa.
Hey, Marshall.
Okay, so you're a native.
I am.
So that means you were born here.
I was.
But not everyone that is around here had that in their history.
That's true. Most people don't.
Most people don't.
Yeah.
So what we're looking at is 1868.
I was not alive then. But
None of us were then. But, you know, getting here, it wasn't hop on a plane, hop on a bus, rent a U-Haul. Basically, so what we're talking about is a family arriving with 15 wagons. Now, they initially were heading west to find gold. And Adeline
gave up.
Well, no, because Adeline, it's like they came across the Salt River Valley and she saw this really amazing tall grass. And having grown up in farm country, she was like, we have found our gold. We are not moving any forward. Okay. And so basically her husband Lum, Mary Green, one of their, Columbus, or they just called him Lum.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so just Lum. And as well as some of the other family that were in tow going west for this adventure, they all wound up here. And they first pitched a tent, built an adobe house, but then they built Arizona's, well, we'll say Phoenix's first luxury mansion.
Oh.
In the 1890s, and it was at 7th Street and just south of Buckeye on Mojave. So
Okay.
basically like just north of the 17
Yeah.
on 7th Street.
Okay.
Would have been this amazing house.
Wow.
And so in this photo, it's interesting because there have been various stories about who the different people are. So we know Adeline is featured. We know her husband Lum, or Columbus, is there. And it's been thought that the woman on the far end, so that is Adeline. The woman kind of in the middle, there was all this talk about how it was Mary Green, but it didn't quite look right. And so when the Arizona Heritage Center actually pulled that photo out, there was handwriting on the back, and it was Mrs. Drockman, one of the relatives. Now, what's interesting is in that photo, you'll notice that there's a black man.
Okay.
And so it is one of Mary Green's sons that they actually wound up adopting.
Okay.
And he was helping tend all those fruit trees that you see around the house and the gardens. Now, Adeline was really one of the first female leaders in the valley, if not even Arizona. I mean, she was the type of woman that said, you know, the first building you build is a school.
Yeah.
And you need to pay that teacher a lot.
Yeah.
And so that's exactly what they did. So the first school they built was an adobe school over now where the San Carlos is.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And so that was Phoenix's first school. And so the teacher was paid, I think, at like $100 a month, which was an outrageous sum at the time.
Yeah.
But they really wanted to make sure the education was quality.
Okay.
And so that's how they did that. Now, she was also prone to just riding up to the window of the school and shouting at the kids, hey, you need anything? If they needed chalk, maybe they needed some paper, she
Yeah.
would go off and get it and bring it back.
Aw, I like her.
I mean, she was such a can-do kind of gal.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like she did so many amazing things. It was kind of like with the house, she really offered the first hospitality in the valley. It's like as businessmen, politicians, ranchers would come, they would wind up staying with her. Sometimes they would trade chickens. I mean,
As you do.
I mean, and it was just kind of really amazing. She even gave up an opportunity for folks to come and give birth, and there were many babies named Adeline because she would do this. And they also gave land for the first Arizona Territorial Exposition, which later became the State Fair.
Okay.
And that was 1894.
How come she's not talked about more often, like here?
Well, actually, there is an apartment building downtown that did take her name because she was such a leader. And it's just one of those things where I think people have forgotten about her.
Yeah.
The house no longer stands. That was torn down.
Okay.
And there's just, I mean, and so they did a lot of early work, but it's been so long that people have kind of forgotten about that.
What a cool legacy, though.
And so what is really interesting as well, so Mary Green was the first black woman to own property in Tempe.
Okay.
Her granddaughter got a job working for parks here in Phoenix. So she was at East Lake Park and started doing all kinds of creativity things like poetry slams, things like that,
Yeah.
getting people on stage talking music over a wide variety of things. And that grew into the Black Theater Troupe,
Oh, wow.
which is still around today. I mean, they just announced their season, I think just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and our friend Elizabeth Montgomery does some good work with them.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I mean, they're doing like Caroline or Change, which you've not seen that. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm already trying to get a group to go just because it's such an amazing, but that's a whole story for another time as well. I could go on. So yeah, so I mean, I just think it's so interesting how 15 wagons roll up. You have Columbus and Adeline showing up, and they forever changed the valley. And we don't really talk about them, but now we are.
Yeah. I'm glad we did. Thanks.
Indeed. So that's why you want to stick around. Keep watching the morning show. We have lots of fun stuff and more history coming up. And welcome Welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the
fabulous Arizona Center,
which is even more fabulous lately.
It gets more fabulous every day.
Every day.
And it's really even more fabulous because, are you molting? I see random. I see random feathers around.
Are you talking about my new feather tail? We have Courtney here, who has an array of fun things that we can't wait to figure out what they're for.
I know. All I've heard was there's some game.
Although I might just disappear into like a thing of feathers. Let you two do the segment. Okay. Hi, Courtney.
Hi. So good to see you.
Indeed.
I love
Welcome.
the new studio.
Thank you.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh wow, I really am multi.
See, exactly.
Okay. Sorry.
So today we are going to play a fun dating game called Dare to Date.
Dare to date.
Dare to Date.
Dare to
I hear
date.
so many single people just saying, you know, they're almost giving up. It's so hard to find someone out there and wondering, do they do a dating app? And, you know, it's such a stressful thing to scroll left or swipe left, swipe right. And so it takes a lot of courage to date nowadays and to put yourself out there, especially for people who have had heartbreak. So today we're going to play a game with some fun questions that are essentially going to help the single people to know what to look for when dating so that they can have a happy, healthy relationship.
Okay.
Yes.
Neither of us are single, but we'll figure it out.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. You ready?
Yes.
Question number 1. When looking for a partner, look for this quality. And as soon as you know I'll read all 4.
Is there a right or wrong?
There's
Well,
sort
depending.
of.
Well, I mean, I guess.
We'll talk about
Oh,
it.
okay.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
There's
kinda,
never a
sorta,
right or wrong.
but-
Okay, so I'll read the answers, then you can tell me what your answer is.
All right.
So when looking for a partner,
it's a multiple choice.
it's multiple choice.
Oh, I just thought it was like we had to
No,
fill in.
that's why I was like, but like the A+ kid in me was like, oh, I'm taking a test. Like my
I'm like fill in the
anxiety.
blank. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so
No,
many
okay,
words.
sorry.
Okay,
Okay, that's
but now
good.
we're limited. Oh.
When looking for a partner, look for this quality. A, physically attractive. B, weird. C, makes good money. D, likes to have fun. Physically attractive, weird, makes good money, likes to have fun. Marshall!
D.
Likes to have fun.
I like all of the above, but yeah, I'll go with B too.
Likes to have fun is super important. So absolutely you do get a prize for this answer, and I'm going to talk about why there's another answer that's even more exciting. Who wants to wear the red and black boa?
Oh, I like that one.
Who wants hot pink?
Say it.
Woohoo! You look
All right.
great.
So likes to have fun is very important, but actually the answer on this one is weird.
Yeah.
Weird. You want to look for a partner who is weird, whose weird matches your weird.
Okay.
Right?
See, there's
Yes.
there's more to that.
There's more to it, exactly.
Yes.
And so
Oh,
if you
no.
think about it, a lot of times when people date, they try to put their best face forward on those first few dates, and then maybe a year later, they reveal their weirdness, and then that can be a little bit shocking to a partner.
Is that why Marshall and I got along so well? Because we just showed each other our
Yeah,
weird right away.
exactly. It's like, okay, we're weird, great. So
And so basically, think, you know, your weird could be you're a big Game of Thrones fan, or maybe you're way into 80s karaoke, or you're a cactus collector, or like Marshall, even for you, history is so important to you. So you want to make sure that your potential partner accepts and respects your level of weird. They don't have to have the same exact weird in common, but at least they've got to be like, that's amazing. I love that about you.
Yeah,
Right? Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, so why did we get a prize since we both got it wrong?
Well,
no,
because I
it's,
think
and it's not
that's
wrong
okay.
because also I mean because
Likes to have fun is very important.
right, and I think in some ways it's kind of like it's like my idea of fun is not everyone's idea of fun. If they're like going, you know,
Yeah.
like going to a mint museum. Oh, how exciting! And if they're like, well, that sounds really boring because
Or maybe they like to have fun, but like not with you. Like they go out and party. and have
or a
fun,
different type of.
but not
I mean,
with
it's
you.
like not everything is fun, but it's like my idea of fun is different than a lot of other people's idea of fun.
Yeah.
So if they're willing to buy in my kind of fun, then I'm like, oh, well, then let's go do this offbeat thing that I have no idea what it is. It just sounds cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So-
Right. It's just another way of saying weird, right?
Right.
Fun, weird.
Right. Completely.
They go together.
I love it.
Okay, number 2. Best question to ask on a first date.
Okay.
A, what is your IQ? B, do you have any pets? C, what did you learn from your last relationship? Or D, what are your goals in life? So IQ, pets, what did you learn from your last relationship? What are your goals in life?
I've narrowed it down to 2.
I know. I'm a
But
little
I'm
torn.
like,
You pick one, I'll pick the other.
Okay, so I will pick D.
Okay, D is what are your goals in life? And what would you pick,
I'll pick
Melissa?
C.
Okay, C is what did you learn from your last relationship? You both got it correct.
Yay!
All right, prize. All right, next we'll go for the belly dancer scarves. Wherever you'd like to wear it.
Our mic guys are like, oh God, this
They also
episode.
don't put
Sorry.
anywhere near my mic.
Sound check.
So
Okay.
Okay, so goals in life are definitely important. Where are you heading? What do you value? But the thing about goals is they can change. You know, once someone accomplishes a certain goal, like maybe it's education or a career goal, maybe then they move on to the next goal. So that is important. The very best question to ask is, what did you learn from your last relationship? What you're listening for is, do they blame their evil ex as though the ex is the cause of all the problems? Or do they take responsibility and genuinely give a thoughtful answer? Like, I learned how to speak up for myself in my relationship, or I learned, more about what I can tolerate and what I need for self-care. Just something thoughtful. Because usually we're looking for a partner who is self-reflective and likes to grow. And that's a screening question for, are you self-reflective and do you like to grow?
Right.
Or are you just all about victim mode, blaming other people?
I think this is totally apt to my life, because when Pat and I went on, I don't even know if it was officially a date, we were just out to lunch and we were talking. And both of us talked about this pivotal moment where we were sharing about our divorces, because he had been divorced and I had been divorced. And he straight up said to me oh, that's when I knew that you were mature and that you were someone that I could seriously commit to.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I think I kind of felt the same thing about you, but I didn't think of I didn't intentionally think about it that way. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because it takes two people in a relationship. So whatever happened in the relationship, both people contributed. So it can't just blame the ex.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, great job. Number 3, this is a sign of emotional intelligence. A, they listen when you're upset. B, they scroll social media at dinner.
No.
C, they win every argument.
No.
Winning is important. Or D, they think emotions are weak.
A.
Yes, woohoo, good job. They listen when you're upset. Okay, who wants the rainbow hat?
Marshall does.
This goes in front. And who wants the angel halo?
I do.
Thanks for playing along. So yes, they listen when you're upset is a sign of emotional intelligence. Oh my gosh, you look amazing. So I'll reveal what's going on here is, since we're talking about your weird matching your partner's level of weird, we want to make sure that you both look really weird.
Indeed.
So back to emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is essentially when someone embraces emotions. Emotions are normal. We feel them every day. Emotions are energy in motion. Right? So even in the last segment, I heard you say you feel sad and mad about something. So it's very normal. And a lot of people just shut down when it comes to emotions, or say, oh, you're too emotional, or you're being dramatic. So ideally, you want a partner who can embrace their own emotions and yours, so that you feel emotionally safe. This is so important. I know so many people in relationships who are like, oh yeah, my partner's great, but I don't feel emotionally safe. If you're not emotionally safe, it's hard to open up about your weird and your rainbow hat.
You lost your rainbow.
I lost my
Marshall.
rainbow. Aw.
You're both doing great. Okay, number 4. This quality will make you attractive to a potential partner.
Oh, okay.
Quality attractive to a potential partner. A,
Yes.
gorgeous eyes.
Well.
B, if you lose 15 pounds, sorry. C,
More weight.
I hear it's like an auction. 25. Do I hear 30?
C, confidence. Or D, a collection of nice cars. This quality will make you attracted to a potential partner. Eyes, lose weight, confidence, collection of nice cars.
What kind of cars?
We're talking Range Rovers, classic Porsches.
Right.
No, confidence.
Of course,
Yeah.
confidence.
Yeah. Confidence is literally the
But I
most.
thought I would just ask. I mean, what kind of cars are we talking? Honda Civic?
Looking at you just makes me so happy right now. I can't.
And I'm like,
All right.
Sorry.
Confidence comes
you
from
don't like my lovely
embracing.
blonde hair?
Confidence comes from embracing our authentic selves, right? And so it's about being your authentic self and then being that with your partner. And confidence is literally the sexiest quality we can possess. So many people worry about their weight. I mean, I can't tell you how many clients I have that say, once I lose the weight, then I'll put myself in the dating game. And I'm always like, no. You want that person to love you at any weight. Because what if
Yeah.
you're 10 years from now and you gain this amount of weight? Are they still going to love you, right? So
That's a real thing, though. Because
It's a
when
real
I,
thing.
again, I keep talking about my own life, but I feel like it's relevant. Like, when I met Pat, I was probably 110 pounds. I gained a ton of weight, and that was something that stressed me out because I was like,
Yeah.
when you met me, I was really thin and I looked a different way. Are you disappointed that I look like this now? And his response was so beautiful and affirming and just like, yeah, I love you no matter what weight you are, you know? And not in
Yeah.
the cheesy, like, I'm just saying that, but like in a, I know that he means it and I trust that. And
that's amazing.
yeah,
Yes.
that's really cool to have that kind of relationship, you know?
Absolutely. It really is. And then
Yeah.
you feel emotionally safe, right?
Right.
And connected.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah.
I mean, I still need to lose the 20 pounds, but I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, right, and don't we all? But it's
confidence always.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, go ahead, Marshall.
I mean, well, at one point I had a coworker who was like, so what does your half think of this? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to go home and ask. And I did, and it was kind of like, oh, I don't even see it.
Yeah.
I just see you.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, good answer.
That's awesome.
So,
I love that. It's so true. And a lot of people worry about how they look or, you know, wearing the nicest clothes or all of these things. And
Yeah.
those things can help us feel more confident. But ultimately, confidence comes from within. You can wear your pajamas to a first date. And if you're super confident, you are going to show up glowing, right?
Do we get a prize for that?
Oh,
one?
yeah. Wait, I forgot the prize. All right. Let's see. Angel wings next.
Ooh. Okay.
And Marshall,
this-
another boa to
I'm
match
saying
the rainbow
this,
hat.
The sound folks are going to love all of this. So that we'll just do.
Oh my gosh, you look amazing. Oh, I'm loving this. Okay, I hope you at home are loving it too, and I hope you're playing along. Number 5, when to reveal big news, such as you have kids, your gender identity, your living situation, if you have a serious health issue, your spiritual or religious beliefs, if you want kids, all those things. When to reveal big news.
Uh-oh. I feel like I did this wrong, maybe. But go.
Choice A is first date. Choice B is within the first 5 dates. C, within the first 2 years. Or D, after you get married.
I did it on the first date, so.
First date? And Marshall, when would you do it?
I'm just kind of like, it would just be there. So it's kind of, it would be evident from, I think, the first date and through. And so as those layers of comfort become more, then you start revealing more and more. It's like layers of an onion. They start kind of peeling
Absolutely.
off. And so it's like, okay, so you saw this, you're still here. Now you get to see this.
That's it. That's exactly. That's how trust works and vulnerability. We reveal a little, build trust, reveal a little more, build trust. So the correct answer is A or B. First date or within the first 5
okay.
dates.
Oh,
So
see,
you
there
each
you
get
go.
a sticker that you can put on your face, your hand, wherever you'd like.
Thank you.
Melissa's going for the forehead.
See, I was
Marshall,
going to
there
go
you
exactly the third eye.
There you go, the third eye. So essentially, you don't have to spill everything on the first date. Some people choose to because they're kind of screening. Can that person handle it?
Yeah.
I think the first date's goal is connection. You're building connection, looking for things that you have in common. And at least by date 2 to 5, you want to start really screening. And some people, like I said, just start screening on the first date. But essentially, you want to make sure that they can handle all the big news. Because some couples literally wait until they're married to reveal big news, such as gender identity, such as, I don't identify as what my body looks like,
Right.
or, big things like I want kids. And then they just expect suddenly that to work well. So you just want to reveal it at the beginning so your partner or potential partner can choose, I can hang with this or not.
Yeah.
But you also want to balance connection, not just like, here's everything you need to know about me, blah, blah, blah.
Run, Forrest, run!
Exactly. But something important, I always crack up about this because, so I believe in angels and fairies, and that's really important to me. I've taught classes on angels and fairies. So for me, screening on a first date for can the person hang with that is really important. So I was on a date once with this guy at the Desert Botanical Garden, and we're walking along, and I say something about fairies, and I just looked for his reaction, and he looked pretty freaked out. So I was like, okay, that's the end of this, Enjoy the rest of that date, and then no more dates.
Yeah.
Because that was important to me.
Yeah. I know. I don't think it was like a serious discussion or anything, but I did bring up my health issues on date 1 with Pat, and it was kind of just this is just part of my life, and like,
that's it.
and my health days are kind of unpredictable, so I didn't want him to see me like so vibrant one day and then like the next day be like, what the heck happened to her, And so I was just like, well, I'm just gonna tell him. So yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Thanks.
Awesome. Okay, we have 2 more questions. Number 6, when to talk about physical intimacy. When to talk about physical intimacy. A, before you do it. B, after you do it. Or C, never. Why talk about it?
Oh, not during?
I didn't even think to put during. Yes, during is another potential answer too.
By the way, I have herpes.
So before, after, or never?
Before.
Before.
Absolutely. Great answer. All right. For that one, you get the gaucho marks.
I've been waiting for these.
Oh my gosh. Stunning. Oh, you put it over your third eye. Brilliant idea. So essentially, you want to talk about things like, what are your preferences? What are your kinks if you're into kinky kind of things? What are your boundaries? Sexual health. Do you have any sexually transmitted infections that obviously the other person needs to know so that they can stay healthy and they can have a choice? So you just want to talk about all that stuff, including meaning. Like, what does a sexual experience mean to you? For some people, it's kind of just pretty casual. Some people, it's like it means everything.
It's a China pattern.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you want to make sure that at least you're on the same page. And I know for many people it's uncomfortable to talk about these things, but it's so important to do it before you get into bed. So important. So just have courage. It takes courage to date, right?
Yes.
All right. Last question, number 7. The best predictor of long-term success in a relationship. A, how often you say I love you. B, whether you like the same Netflix shows. C, how often you have date nights. Or D, how you handle conflict together.
D, of course.
Woo, ding, 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 ding. Another sticker.
Woohoo!
Okay, yes, it's D, how you handle conflict together is the best indicator of long-term success.
It's a beauty mark.
I don't know where to put it.
Do you like my beauty mark?
I love it.
There you go. You want to reveal that early on in your relationship.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Marilyn Monroe taught me all about where to place your beauty mark. So.
How you handle conflict together is really important because you're going to have conflict. It's normal in a relationship, and you want to be able to talk through it and communicate. And again, emotional intelligence, be there for each other, say things like, it's okay that you're angry, I understand, let's talk this through, and so on.
I love that.
Yep.
Well, this was so fun.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look amazing.
I feel like I look like my dad with this on. This was a blast.
Oh my gosh.
Great lessons too
Exactly.
and stuff.
Well done.
I think discovered, and this was so fun. Okay, so Courtney, where can people learn about you, work with you? Sorry, the mustache is like going in my mouth.
Oh, good. Yes. So my website is CourtneyFaeLong.com, and you can find me on all the social media platforms. My handle is Courtney Fae Long, except on TikTok, it's Courtney Fae 222. I post content every single day, so lots of valuable stuff
She
on there,
does.
whether you're
Yeah.
single or in a relationship, or you just want to be happier in life. So
Yeah.
yes.
She posts really good stuff. I
thank
follow
you.
her on social, and really good videos, and you're just so kind and gracious too in how you deliver
Aw.
information. So I love that. Well, thank you for joining us, Courtney.
My pleasure,
Yeah.
my joy. Thank you for playing along.
Oh,
And
you're
to
welcome, and thank you for just what you bring, your sunshine, your laughter.
We are gonna take some photos and
Blackmail?
a little bit of blackmail. Yeah. All right. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Thank you. Okay, Marshall. So we're doing my favorite themed segment for things to do today.
Death?
Well, unique and unexpected. Death is often unexpected. So
Well, indeed.
I myself am strange and unusual. Yeah. So I found out. So clearly we're switching formats. We're learning as we go here. I originally had put the Sweet Salvage Vintage Market as something unique, but that just passed. So sorry if you went and enjoyed it.
But it's
yay.
it's basically every third weekend,
Yeah,
Thursday through Sunday.
but we missed it for August.
It'll happen again next month.
It'll
So
happen
it's
in
all good,
September.
so
Yeah. So since we're talking about it, it is basically a curated vintage market, and Marshall said they kind of have a lot of like what did you call it?
I would say like boho,
Boho
chic.
chic, yeah.
But there's also a mix of other stuff, so you find up with this international flavor. So it's always where I like going just because you never know what you're going to find.
And it's free, right? You just go.
It's free to walk in.
Yeah.
Parking can be, because it is really popular.
Yeah.
So I mean, the earlier you get there, the better chance of getting some of the cooler stuff. But again, there's so much cool stuff.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I've gone and I've found some little bits of Arizona history kind of
They've got
tucked away.
a couple of like stuff like, I mean, not the regular thing, but like Thriftapalooza is coming back again this year. That was kind of cool. That was at the State Fairgrounds.
Right.
That one was one of those things where it was like, if you were willing to take time and like look through things, you could find some really cool stuff, you know? But sometimes it's overwhelming when it's like these big, you know, it's like in this big warehouse and like you've got all these vendors and it's like, oh my gosh, like.
Right. I mean, and like with Sweet Salvage, it's very well curated and displayed.
Yeah.
And so when something goes, it gets shifted so it's not like, oh, here's a big hole. But yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of cool
Big
stuff.
hole in your life.
I mean, and again, there's so many different markets that are kind of like that they're almost like event shopping.
Yeah. So there you go. You can do that next month. We'll try to get that in at the right date.
Indeed.
But until then, you can go to one of my favorite places. I should have really sent my pictures in from when I went and did this, but it's the Mystery of the Desert, the Benson Alien Stop. This is an oddball roadside attraction. It's an alien-themed gift shop. And it's got like
It's the thing.
It's the thing. It's got full displays that you walk through. Yep, an alien riding a dinosaur because that's a real thing. So it's just a really weird and fabulous experience. This was one of the only times my husband was a party pooper. He would not go in to that thing with me. I went and did it by myself.
Oh, I've taken friends in there.
It's such a fabulous, weird time. I love it. It's open year round. It's right off the interstate, and the shop is free. But if you want to go and kind of do the gallery space, I think it's like $5 or something like that. It's really cheap to go like look at the exhibit. So it's just a really, really cool thing to see if you're out exploring that area of Arizona.
It's been a roadside attraction for decades.
Yeah.
I mean, and it really initially was the thing.
Yeah.
Which is now you had to go hunt for it, which was actually I found a little annoying. It's like the thing versus aliens. It's like the aliens have taken over. But the thing is off in a corner. And is it real? Is it not? I'm not going to tell you, but it actually has a really cool history that plays into circuses, mermaid boy that basically P.T. Barnum made lots of money off of.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about about the
See,
thing.
and that was
'cause
my
I was so
disappointment.
caught up
I
in
went
it.
and I'm like, where's the thing? I mean, and it was like Wall Drug. It was like Free Ice Water was like, have you seen the thing for rooftops and signs?
No,
for,
I know.
For miles.
Which is so smart. I mean, how they do that is so smart. Clearly, it works. I
Yeah.
mean,
it's been
very
working
effective.
for decades.
But no, I think for me, because one of the other books I'm writing is about this woman that goes on a desert road trip to find her father after supposedly he was involved with some alien tech and stuff like that. So I get kind of nerdy and geeked out about alien stuff. So this was fun, and I did focus on that. And I like until you started talking about the thing, I was like, oh, you're right. There is an actual thing
the big thing is the sign, and then
I
you
know.
get there, and the thing is off in a corner, and it's like,
Well,
that's the coolest part of it for me is the thing.
Marshall's very literal sometimes.
Well, but for decades it's been the thing. Now suddenly there's aliens, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. Is it from the crash landing in Kingman? Where do these aliens come from down near Wilcox?
They climbed out of the Grand Canyon. Okay, another fun one to do is, don't know if you know this, but Desert Ridge, the improv out there, actually does drag brunches. We just missed a drag brunch that would have been near and dear to my heart. They did a Golden Girls drag brunch. But coming up on August 30th, they're doing a Y2K drag brunch, which really is like when I was young and growing up was the Y2K era. Like that was...
So lots of acid wash jeans?
Yeah, see? It's like, think like Clueless. Think the Clueless era, the movie. So this is at Desert Ridge off of the 101 in Tempe and Tatum.
I was like,
Both
wait a minute.
T's.
I was like, wait a minute.
Nope, not that T. Tatum.
Nope.
And these shows are honestly just so joy-filled. They're so much fun and high energy. If you've not gone to a drag show before, this is a pretty safe one. Some of them can be intense. So, but this is a pretty appealing to all audiences kind of a drag show, is I guess how I would explain that. It's a good one to go see if you're new, maybe, to this scene. But to keep sort of the theme going with Weird Arizona and The Thing and the Benson step, you could check out Weird Arizona, your travel guide to Arizona's local legends and best kept secrets. I'm sure you've seen this at any tourist shop or anything. And I still love that cover. Like, that still makes me laugh every time I see that little dinosaur guy. But this is fun. I own it. It's funny because actually multiple people have gifted this to me because they just, I think they think of me and like weird things in Arizona. And so I don't know how many copies of this I now own, but I usually try to give them away too.
I would say it's a great book to re-gift as
Yeah,
well. So,
yeah. So, so if you're thinking of getting me a present, you don't have to buy me that. I already have probably like 7 copies. But, you know, one of the things I'll say, too, is if you did miss the market and you're bummed about that, wouldn't kind of don't want to wait till September, there's really cool stores and boutique shops and vintage places that you can check out in, like, Old Town Glendale, the historic area of Glendale, and Old Town Scottsdale. Like, we have some great places that you can go
and even
do.
7th Avenue.
7th
I mean, that is
Avenue,
kind of our vintage
the
alley.
Melrose District.
I mean, that Melrose District, I mean, you've got...
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many cool spots along there.
So you don't have to wait till there's an event. Like, literally, you can Google best vintage stores, you know,
or just
in the
drive down
valley.
7th Avenue, and whether you're looking for a shop full of T-shirts or you want a wall of cowboy boots to choose from.
There's actually along 7th, there's some great furniture that you can find too, like decor and furniture.
Well, and what's so funny because I ran into one who has a shop in Melrose, and we were talking about how she has a basement, and I'd heard this rumor that there may have been a speakeasy there, But I was like, it doesn't jive, because I was like, well, the building was late 30s and Prohibition was done by then, so there wouldn't be any need for a speakeasy.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, we actually think it was more to do with like illegal gambling space.
Oh, gambling den.
So now it's
Yeah.
like, okay, so now I want to go back and take a look at it and with that line to see. It's like, oh,
That could be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Go find a
Basically, where that might
gambling
have
den.
been illicit gambling at one point, or there's just so many fun shops to go. I mean, you've also got great coffee. You've got Window Coffee starting over on Camelback, right there, and just kind of make the trek. You've got Copper Star.
Yeah.
So
Or you've got the diner. You can go to the diner over there.
I think he's rebranding right now.
No.
I saw something about that where they're
Oh, interesting. I shot a movie there.
ah.
Yeah, I shot a film there. That was really cool. Anyway, we love unique and kind of unexpected things. So if you've got other ones that you would like to suggest, I actually did get another a drag event that got sent in, but again, we missed the date. So keep
okay.
in mind, folks, when you send us stuff, yeah, we film about a week out. So keep that in mind, because we do want to hear about your stuff. We want to feature it. We want to talk about it, but we usually film about a week before the episode airs, and so you got to kind of give us a window to be able to promote it and talk about it.
Well, yeah, no, because I didn't even. So this week I'm doing Liar Liar.
Yeah.
Which is over at the Royale.
Yeah.
And so it's a storytelling event where it's like one truth and a bunch of lies, and the audience gets to try and figure out, well, which is which. So it should be quite interesting.
And I know, so I won't say. I won't give it away. Just like Marsha won't give away the thing. You have to go experience it for yourself.
Exactly.
But
the thing is
anyway,
so cool.
yeah, if you do have some unique and unusual things, please send them our way at The Morning Show on Instagram, or you can email us hello@onthemorningshow.com. And we hope to hear from you. But keep it right here. We've got even more awesome things coming your way.